Hello again, chaps and chapettes. How are we all doing? It is lovely to see you all again, as always. Now, I do apologise in advance, guys, for not bringing you this sooner. It did happen quite a few days ago, but I've been a busy boy. I've just not got around time to making a video to talk to you guys about this. And that is, of course, the ousting of Rupert Lowe from Reform UK. Now, in a nutshell, what actually kicked this off to begin with was Rupert Lowe did a piece for the Daily Mail, basically saying, in not so many words, that Nigel Farage should evolve Reform UK from a protest party to a party that's more than capable of forming a government, because that is becoming more and more a reality even, with each passing day, with new polls keep coming out from YouGov and various other pollsters. They are ahead of Labour, Tories, Lib Dems, the whole shebang. So it's looking very, very likely, if things don't implode, which Nigel Farage has got to be very careful of because of this ousting, if you ask me, they are going to be forming the next government in about 4 odd years, or whenever the next general election is going to be held. Now, of course, the fallout from this, from various allies, shall we call it, of Nigel Farage, have been, somewhat questionable. We have had Isabella Oakeshott over on Talk TV a few days ago, which is, of course, Richard Tice's, wife or girlfriend, long-term girlfriend, whatever the hell she is, being very smarmy and childish with the fallout from this piece from the Daily Mail by Rupert Lowe, saying how cute and sweet it is, how he wants to become Prime Minister and a leader of Reform UK, that kind of a thing, being very condescending and smarmy and smart-ass, something I can't stand in people, by the way. And judging by the piece that he did do for the Daily Mail, he wasn't saying that. What he was saying, he was voicing his concerns, very valid concerns, by the way, as to where Reform UK is actually going. Now, I want to take this opportunity just to put this on the table, basically, where they are actually going. So let's look at this subjectively, shall we? Reform UK at the moment have 5 MPs. And to form a government, you need, hundreds of MPs. 500, 600, I think Labour have at the minute. You have to have a Home Secretary, you have to have a Health Secretary, you have to have a Defence Secretary. All these people need to have positions of power. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not quite sure who Nigel Farage has in mind for these positions of power. When you are looking for votes from the general public generally want to know who they are voting for. Not just Nigel Farage, not his beaming smile and his his very good speech capabilities. They want to know who's going to be filling in certain positions, who's going to be in charge of the NHS, for example, who's going to be in charge of taking care of our borders. Nobody knows these things. All we know is Richard Tice, Nigel Farage, Lee Anderson and Rupert Lowe, and that other guy who won. I can't remember the name off the top of his head. I do apologise in advance. And Nigel Farage has taken much the same stance as Isabella Oakeshott did, being very smarmy and very smart-ass and very, condescending towards Rupert Lowe. They're even, in a statement released by Reform UK about this, about his ousting from the party, that he was bullying people within the party. He was bullying Zia Youssef, who is, of course, the chairman of Reform UK. Now, let's just put this into perspective here, guys. Rupert Lowe is almost in his 70s. He is a retiree. A 70-year-old man is being accused of bullying Zia Youssef, who is, late 30s, early 40s? Now, that in itself is absolutely embarrassing. I personally cannot see any of these accusations coming to fruition. He seems like a nice guy. He's an old man. He's a retiree. I'm pretty sure it's below him to try and belittle and bully people within the party. There was even a suggestion that Rupert Lowe attacked a Labour Member of Parliament. Again, this guy is nearly 70 years old. What's he going to do? Walk into the House of Commons and start rumbling with people? I very much doubt it. What I think has actually happened is he has deflated, ever so slightly, Nigel Farage's ego. I've spoken about this on past videos before. Nigel Farage is all about Nigel Farage. I think it's Nigel Farage first, the party next. He does have some kind of messiah complex. It's his way or the highway. I think much the same happened with Ben Habib as well. He came out and criticised certain aspects within the party and they soon hoofed him off. But it's a bad call. Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib have a massive following. They are very well liked among right-wing conservatives within this country, and the more they keep ousting people who resonate with the general public, they are going to start self-immolating, if you ask me. People are not going to like it. I don't like it, of course. I'm still going to vote for them because at the end of the day, what's my alternative? The Labour Party? Not a chance. Conservative Party? Pfft, not a sniff. Or stay at home? No, there's just no point to that. I've got to go out and vote for someone. And Reform UK at the moment is the only viable alternative that's presented to me. There is no other party that is even contemplating sorting out mass immigration, sorting out the NHS, privatise the fucking thing for God's sake, just get it over and done with, get a health service similar to Norway or Denmark or some other Nordic country and just get it done. It doesn't have to revolve around the USA. As soon as you mention privatising the NHS, everyone instantly jumps on you and says, oh, you want to pay 45 grand for have a heart attack, all that nonsense. It doesn't have to work like that. Every privatised healthcare in the entire world does not go along the same basis as the United States. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent here, guys. So yeah, that's my opinion basically. In a nutshell, just to put it all together because this video is a bit all over the place, I do apologise. Rupert Lowe did a piece for the Daily Mail offering advice for Nigel Farage on how to evolve the party ready to form a next government, because at the minute it's incapable of forming a next government. They've got 5 MPs. You need hundreds to form a government. We've got 5. So it was valid advice, and Nigel Farage saw it as an attack on his position of power within the party. His ego was deflated somehow by this friendly advice that was coming from Rupert Lowe, and it looks to me like he's decided to get rid of him based on that. Cooked up some cockamamie idea of him bullying people and attacking MPs in the House of Commons, which I think is absolutely horseshit. He just wanted rid of him because he saw Rupert Lowe as a threat to his seat as the top bloke on the pedestal of the party. So yeah, that's basically what happened, I think, and I think that's what happened to Ben Habib as well. Cocked up some bullshit story just to put out with a press release, but in actual fact, it's Nigel Farage and possibly Zia Youssef as well that are forcing these people out because they see them as a danger, they see them as losing them some votes somehow. I'm not too sure, I'm just giving you my opinion. It's a bad move. Getting rid of people who resonate with the general public is never a good idea, particularly for a newly found political party such as Reform UK. Do let me know what you think in comments, guys, about this. Do you think he was forced out? Do you believe these bullshit accusations that have been made against him about bullying and beating people up? This 70-year-old retiree, he's probably in good health. He looks in good health, but come on, he's 70 years old. What damage can an old man do? I don't know. Let me know what you think in comments, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.